Welcome to Black Gumbo Southern Gardening. It's been 18 weeks. Let's go take a tour. Alright, well it's been 18 weeks and we've got quite the jungle going. Let's go look around. Let's get a little closer. Right here, we've got some German chamomile. This will keep giving us flowers throughout the summer. Down here I've got my parsley. Love this stuff. Tomatoes everywhere. We've got containers all along. I supplement with containers, and so I've got tomatoes, I've got bell peppers coming in, I've got jalapeno peppers coming in. You can see these are ready to be picked or left on until they ripen and become red. Over on the patio though, I've got figs everywhere. These are my Cadota figs. I've got all kinds of varieties. Man, I'm going to be into figs this year. This is my Texas Blue Giant. Man, I cut this one down to a twig this year and he's already given me a lot of fruit. Samuel's Three Sisters garden. Well, the corn's doing good, the beans aren't, and this one we had to pull up, and there inside we've got watermelon sprouting, so that's going to be a fun summer project. Over here, more container tomatoes, giving us all kinds of tomatoes. I got aromas, they're starting to ripen. Been eaten out of the garden, and that's always fun. Right over here, though, I've got some Tula Blacks. These are a dark tomato from Russia. Looking forward to those ripening. And here we got our jungle of cucumbers. There's some pickles in there, some pickling cucumbers. Take a look at this, though. You can see here, we do have a little bit of powdery mildew. And so you can see on some of these interior leaves, it's like that one over there. It's really bad. So keep removing those leaves, and I might have to do a quick spray with a milk solution I've learned about. You can see that leaf right there is very powdery. And well, that'll kill off your leaves, and it spreads easily. You don't want that in there. But I don't want to spray right now because it's we've got rainy day today, which contributes to the problem. But it's one of those things where you got to balance. You want water in your garden, or do you want to try to spray for a disease and then have it just wash away? I think I'll wait. As we look along the edge of the garden, like I said, I've got containers that are supplying me with peppers and tomatoes. These supplement the raised beds. Right here we've got all kinds of Swiss chard, tons of it. It's coming in, I can't keep up with it, so we're going to take some to some friends today. Right here we've got squash. I've got my squash plants growing up in a bed that hadn't been planted yet. Over here another head of broccoli. I've already harvested off of this plant, it's given me more. Got a volunteer tomato coming up in this bed. I got another one over here on the corner. I'm not sure what variety these are, but they came up on their own. I left them there and we'll see. There's a broccoli head forming there, and got a cat dig up part of that, so I put some broccoli in there and it's doing fine. Onions still going. I thought they'd be dead by now considering the heat. And you can see here I've been harvesting a lot of beets. The beets aren't growing much anymore. It's too hot. So rather than just pull them all out and have them rot as I don't use them, I've left them in the ground. At least they're alive there. So I'll be pulling those up pretty soon. Put some cowpeas here, I think. Tomato jungle. Got all kinds of tomatoes coming in. Big ones. Some of them are hiding from me. They're getting ripe in there. Down over here I've got my bok choy. These are my last 2 containers of baby bok choy. They're not so baby anymore, but they will be delicious nonetheless. Growing those in cloth pots. Those come in handy. Grapevines are doing well. This is year 2. We've already got some fruit forming here. These were, where is it? There they are. These were blossoms, but now that looks like they've begun to fruit. So I'm gonna have at least a few grapes this year. See what a blossom looks like here, the blossoming portion. Alright, well. You can never have enough compost. I use this for composting and I use it for mulch as well. And you can see here, Phoebe, down here where we walk, I often put grass clippings directly on the ground here to suppress weeds. I don't have to mow back here too much. And that helps this little work area back here. I don't have to maintain it with weed eater or try to get a lawnmower back here if I can keep the weeds suppressed with just this grass. There we go. Compost is feeling warm. Lots of life in there. trimmed this basil back severely last week to make pesto, and that trim has already given it a lot of lush growth and good leaves. And it was starting to look rather skinny, but now we're seeing the results of trimming. You can see here it already wants to go to seed here, so we'll pinch that off. Always pinch your seed heads and flower heads on basil. These are the second stringers over here. These are the broccoli plants that I've been saving and hanging on to in case I lose something in the garden. I can plug them in and they can go and substitute. This is a grapevine that I don't have a place for yet, but I have designs on putting it in trellis. I just don't know where yet. I'm real excited about this variety. It's called Southern Home, but I don't have anywhere to put it yet. And got a couple other muscadine vines here. These were excess from a couple years ago when I put in my micro vineyard. I may sell these. They need to be trimmed up. I do have some habaneros growing down here, and they're coming in. You can see them all in there. That's a whole lot of peppers. Got a green bell pepper growing in here. Which looks like we lost one there. Little blossom end rot. This is what you call blossom end rot. Now this is a good bell pepper. I'll just slice that off. Well, we've been having a little bit of overcast days and a little bit of rain, and that's been good. So glad you joined us today. Thank you for touring our garden with us and looking around. We're really happy that you continue to support our channel. Thanks a lot. Come, let's go in. Good girl. Thank you for joining us today on Black Gumbo Southern Gardening as we walked through our garden together. Thanks a lot for spending time with us, for subscribing to our channel. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and hit that bell. You'll be notified of our future videos. We're so grateful you came by. Have a good day. Bye-bye.